Here 1 minute, yeah, we got it, then it's gone. While we keep waiting for a moment to look for. So can't nobody ever tell me that I'm wrong. Cause I'ma ride out with you, still the night is young.
Good for you. Okay, hi Anna, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, hon. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Lisa, and I just wanted to tell I'm from Southern Indiana, and I am so excited and honored to have been asked to share my testimony and how God and TLC has changed my life, and I don't take this lightly. I am blessed every day. I wake up in like 99.9% better health than what I was this past July. I have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, so you've already hit on that, and that was one of my main issues. But I also was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. I got mono at 40 years old, hypothyroidism, irritable bowel syndrome, and spondylolisthesis. If most of you don't know what that is a major back problem where my spine was actually slipping 60% towards my pelvic. And I actually just this past August had a major back surgery, which I'll tell you about that. But anyways, and I also had an overweight problem. So I want to kind of touch on the fibromyalgia, how it affected me. It's a disease that, to me, it was not killing me, but it was messing with my everyday life. I would go to bed in pain, wake up in pain. My husband said that even when I would be sleeping during the night, I would moan in pain. And I had tried all different kinds of meds. I see a rheumatologist on a regular basis. And there was some time that I would go weeks that I could not even sleep with my husband because I could not stand for him to touch me or to even, like, move in the bed. It hurt so bad. And I was on 16 different medications. I couldn't sleep. I was addicted to sleeping pills for 6 years. I'd been on Ambien pens, and if anybody knows about medications, those are strong pills. But I couldn't sleep without them. And the doctor said I needed to take them because I needed to, get rest in my body. So I was dependent on them. And and I have went off my sleeping pills. I have not taken another sleeping pill since August. And that in itself is a major miracle to me. And I really believe my body was lacking so many different things. And the two major staples in my life have been the Iosity and the Nutraverse. And if you, like my doctor told me that fibromyalgia patients, for some reason, they tend to carry more toxins in their body. So the tea for me was wonderful because it flushes toxins and it rids you of the bad things that are in your body. And so I also had an absorption problem. I was lacking vitamin D. Vitamin D is very essential in your body, and you need it for lots of things. And mine got as low as 14, which is really low. And so I was put on 50,000 units a week of vitamin D, and I was retested just recently, and my vitamin D levels are now normal. So I am no longer having to take the vitamin D, and I know that's, again, thanks to the Iosity and the Nutraverse. And they have changed my life, these products have. And I was actually taking 16 medicated pills a day, and I now am only taking 3 pills, and that is a miracle. And, doctors, when you go to... Is that not awesome? It is awesome. And I tell you, I could just cry because, I just feel like, I'm finally getting my life back. I mean, before, you wake up in the morning, I couldn't hold a job. I hadn't held a job for 5 years. It, just messed with my life. And now, okay, so I don't want to get into my story, but anyways, so I also had a weight problem, but I had these major health issues, and I was facing this major back surgery. And when I say major back surgery, it was a 5-hour surgery. They had to cut me in the front 6 to 8 inches. They had to cut me in my back 4 to 5 inches. I've got 2 rods, 5 screws, a cadaver bone, and they cut bone off my hip. So it was major. Well, my sponsor is Keeley, And I saw on Facebook that she had put on there that she had lost 42 pounds in 45 days. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay. So I messaged her, and I was like, you know what, Keely, I am facing this major back surgery. And, I'm trying to be real. And I was like, if I could just lose 20 pounds, that would be great, because anything that I could get off my body to help with this surgery was going to be a plus. So anyways, that was July the 6th. So I ordered my product, and I started on July the 6th. I was going for my post-op appointment on August the 10th. So I started the resolution first, because money was a tight situation for us. So I could only get the resolution first, and then 2 weeks later, I ordered my tea and my NutriBurst. And so from July the 6th to August the 10th, I went for my post-op appointment, and when they weighed me, I was down 31 pounds. My doctors were amazed. And so I lost 31 pounds in 37 days and like 11 inches. And then that was like 2 weeks before my surgery. Then a week before my surgery, I had an appointment to go see my rheumatologist, which I was really excited to go see him because I was feeling so much better in my body. The pain was getting less and less in my body. And I told my husband, because they always do these blood tests before you come in to see your rheumatologist, and I said, I cannot wait to find out what my blood tests are. And so when I went in to see him that day, first of all, he was just surprised at how much weight I had lost, and he was so happy about that. And then he started reading my blood test. And if you know what a SED rate is inflammation markers in your body. And a normal SED rate, you know what that is? Okay, so a normal SED rate runs 0 to 20. Anything above 20 is high. Well, my SED rate always ran between 30 and 40. And they could never figure out why, because fibromyalgia doesn't cause inflammation in your body. So they tested me for lupus, and I'd be 1 part positive, 2 parts negative, so they'd make it a false positive. Well, anyways, when he read my blood test, do you know what my SED rate was? It was 7.
Wow.
My doctor was so shocked. He's like, Lisa, you haven't been a 7 in years. And I looked at him and I said, I know it. And he goes, what are you doing? And I said, I am taking resolution drops from TLC to lose my weight, and I am taking the IOSA for a natural detox, and I am taking a liquid NutriBurst vitamins. And he said, whatever you are doing, keep doing it. Well, so I ended up having my back surgery. And, like I told you, it was a very major surgery, 5-hour surgery and all that stuff that I had done. And I went back for my 1-week check, and they were amazed at how great I was doing. They told me that I have been ahead of schedule on my healing. My back surgeon's wife is drinking the tea. And I am just amazed at how great I have done. And I really believe it is because of the tea and the NutriBurst, because they have major benefits to them. And, for healings and different things, I know we don't, we can't
make any medical claims.
Right. We can't make any medical claims. That's the word I was trying to think of. But, I know I was not doing anything else. Those are the only 2 things that I have been doing, and I know that they have been helping me. And I'm just, I love TLC. It has changed my life. And this is my first MLM company, and I am making more money than I have made working other jobs. I mean, and it's not even about the money. It's like you said, Anna, earlier. The money is I'm thankful for it, and yes, everybody needs it. Who does not need money? But the thing of it is, my passion is to help people. If I can help someone else that felt like I did with fibromyalgia, I would get up some days and think, you know what, this is just my life. This is how I'm going to have to live. I'm going to have to live miserable and in pain all the time. But I do not have to do that no more. I actually get up in the mornings. I mean, I had chronic fatigue syndrome, and I could sleep 15 hours and wake up and feel like I only slept maybe 1 hour. I mean, that's just how my body was. My doctors tell me that my body was, I was depleting my energy, but I was never rebuilding it. They said I was bankrupt. And I just had so many health issues, but TLC, and I know that God put TLC in my life. He put TLC, Keely introduced me to it, and my health has did a 360. People that look at me now, they're sitting there, they're looking at me and they're saying, my husband said I'm a new woman. I'm not even the same woman I was back in July. I mean, I just feel so much better, and I just thank God every day for, letting TLC come into my life, and that now I can share my story and try to help someone else that maybe is going through what I went through, and let them see that there is still hope, that you can have a life again. I mean, that's how I feel. I just feel like I have my life back.
Absolutely, and congratulations to you, Lisa, on getting your health back, because I think that if you look at the stories that we've heard, right, your story, my story, so many of other people's stories, you cannot put a price on someone's health. There is no price that you can put on someone's health at all. I mean, especially when you've gone through so much like yourself and myself and Bethany here that we're on the line, and I'm just like, I'm almost speechless, because it's just if people can just understand that you actually convinced your physician, and you're actually, helping his wife. And so not only are you doing that, but you're telling your story, and people are looking at you and saying, my God, you've been through so much, and look at you now. And that's how people look at me. When people that know me, they're like, Anna, how can this be? How can, you go from that to this? And I'm like, it just takes one decision. That's it. Once you've made it up in your mind that, you're going to get healthy, that you're going to do this for yourself, right? Because, overall, no one's going to want it as bad as you, because you're the one going through the pain and the medication, and you're feeling like a zombie, because really pain medication makes you feel so out of life. You can't even, experience life and go outside and enjoy activities, because you're so zombied by these prescription medications. And no disrespect to the medical industry, because the medical industry, what they tell you when you go to the doctor is, here's a prescription. They don't tell you, you need to start eating, green leafy greens, and you need to put some great vitamins in your body, and you need to start, maybe taking some organic, natural, path, medicine. They don't tell you that. They just write you a prescription, and here you go. You're on your way. Get out of my office. And no disrespect, like I said, to the medical industry, but honestly, you know what? That only made me sicker. And I could not believe that, no one told me, that I could actually have an alternative to checking out, organic products. I had to learn that on my own. And so when I did, I thought it, I seeked it out. I actually seeked out a healthier life. I actually did my research. I did YouTube. I actually, just looked at everything that I can find on how to help myself, because no one else can find a solution for me. There is no cure for fibromyalgia. There is no cure, No, there isn't. Honestly, you have to look for alternatives to help you in your life. And so when you did that, Lisa, you actually said yes to the opportunity, but you said yes back to getting your life back, and that's priceless, guys. We're not trying to convince you. We're not trying to sell you a product. What we're trying to do is help people, and that's the key word here is help. What do you need today? Do you need to lose weight? Are you tired of having chronic back pain? Are you tired of having, disease take over your life? Are you tired yet? Because sometimes, people aren't tired yet. They'd rather take the prescription easy medication instead of taking something natural. They'd rather look for the quick little fix. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a cut, okay? You're still going to bleed because that wound is open. So you're not actually fixing the problem. You're actually just putting a Band-Aid over the problem. And so what we want to do is we want to put some stitches on that problem. We want to sew you up and get you back